Everyone's situation is different. If you are working through an agency, for instance, and you are there very much around that work or labour hire contractor, typically they will cover your basic insurance. And when I say basic insurance, we're talking about public liability, which means that if I'm on someone's site or working in someone's organisation and damage something, it will be covered for. The other type of insurance one hears of is what's called professional indemnity, which means that if I'm making a decision in my particular capability and I get that wrong, should the client come back and want to challenge me on that, I have insurance that covers it. Also, similar to that is product liability insurance as well, if I design a product, for instance. And the other one, so that's really to cover yourself as a contractor. But then if you think about it from the personal side of things, you've got income protection. Now, again, everyone's situation is different. Income protection, depending on your age, depending on how much you earn, typically an insurance company will cover up to 80%, but that does come as a premium. Now, one thing, of course, personal income protection is tax deductible in most countries around the world. But if I can return back to the business insurance of public liability and professional indemnity, as a consultant, and again, depending very much on the nature of your industry, just be careful you're not being told to take out insurance that's beyond what you need. I had one client that said you need $5 million professional indemnity and $20 million public liability. And at the time I said, no, I don't accept those terms. If I just accept that, I'm going to just up my rate, or I'm going to put this in as a one-off cost. I am here in this particular job around change management facilitation. There is no business decision I could be making that would constitute me needing to spend that amount of money on insurance. And again, it depends on who you get to speak to in an organization. But by being very aware of what those 3 or 4 types of insurances are, public liability, product liability, professional liability, and income protection insurance, if you understand those 4, when you actually ever enter into a discussion with a client, and especially procurement departments, especially when they understand that you do understand insurance, sometimes I've been quite taken back. Yeah, we must get that contract standard terms and conditions changed because, yeah, you don't need that much insurance. So again, good to know what they all mean. Don't pay too much for things you don't require, but knowing what they all mean, even if you just Google it or put it through ChatGPT, go in informed. You'll look better in the eyes of the customer because you really are a business then.